Dimensions, David Jones.
Tonight I want to talk about dimensions. Not initially those spooky dimensions, but just the ordinary dimensions. Some personal dimensions. They say that size does matter. Let's go to the first dimension of length. Well, I'm about 182 centimetres high, 54 centimetres across, and 110 centimetres round the middle. Let's go to the second dimension of weight. $95 kilograms. That gives me a BMI of 32.1. I know that. The health assessment at work, they said, Dave, you have a BMI of 32.1. Now, if your employer said to you that you were a fat chap, or even worse, an obese fucker, it would be cause to go and see the harassment officer, or maybe even a call to the union. But they didn't put that on my file, they just put 32.1. And on another file, with no names attached, they had the body mass index measurement chart. And on that body mass index measurement chart, it had 25 to 30 was FAT. And over 30 was OBESE. BMI low, good. BMI high, bad. 32.1. How did it come to this? I grew up in an age when ice cream was a basic food group. When the best thing since sliced bread was sliced bread, dipped in dripping with pepper and salt.
Oh yeah.
Chips, chops, sausages, T-bone. They were all standard fare when we were at the very apex of the carnivoric food chain. And yet I was a skinny kid because I used to burn the calories, climbing up real trees, riding a real bike and playing real tennis. No Wii for me back in 1963. When I grew up, I'd done a variety of jobs, drank a lot of beer, cooked with wine, and sometimes even in the food. And yet I maintained this low BMI because I burned up the calories, chasing rabbits in New England, laying sleepers over at Morree, and delivering bread in the morning at Highgate Hill. And then I became a public servant, a bureaucrat, a desk jockey, a shiny pants, and just reading paper and tapping a keyboard just doesn't burn the calories. It was then that I entered the third dimension, and that is the spooky dimension. My toes mysteriously disappeared in the shower. Inexplicably, my shirt shrank in the cupboard. And when I stepped backwards to let someone pass, subliminally I could hear this beep, beep, beep. So as my superannuation grew, my BMI reached for the sky. And that's how I got to these present dimensions. What to do? I needed a plan. A public service plan. Minimum effort for maximum loss. As I sat contemplating this quandary last Thursday night, my wife returned from shopping and she'd just been to RJ at Target and a new pair of jeans and she was fishing for compliments. was still thinking about it. Trying to see. BMI 32.1. She looked surprised, but she smiled. However, later that night, she Googled BMI. And that's when I entered the fourth dimension. 115 decibels of sound. 1 AM. Eastern Standard Time, Queensland. And 2 degrees centigrade. Backyard temperature. But luckily, with my BMI of 32.1, I had a bit of body fat to keep out the cold. Context here.